Hello everyone, this is Yoko. In this channel, since events happening in China are not always known outside of China, I will be sharing information I have gathered in English. I collect information from multiple media sources, so I would be happy to receive your thoughts and comments about the content of the video. If you like the content, please subscribe to the channel and support us. Of course, there seems to be a significant reduction in the salaries of bank employees at a specific bank in China. This issue is attracting considerable attention. This bank, known as Pudong Development Bank in Chinese, may not be well known in Japan, but it is of some importance to Japanese people. When you visit Shanghai, you will frequently see the sign of this bank. For people who live in Shanghai, this bank is quite well known for some reason. Let me share a bit of trivia. Looking at a map, Shanghai is divided by a river into east and west. The east is called Pudong, and the west is called Puxi. The area originally open to foreigners was Puxi on the west side. However, over time, the development of Pudong progressed, and now it is particularly developed, and that area is called Lujiazhui. There are many buildings there, forming the financial center of Shanghai. In the old days, the other side of the river was a wilderness. At that time, Yaohan was expanding its business, but it ultimately failed. The name of Yaohan still remains, but the connection with Japan has disappeared. When Yaohan expanded its business, China became interested in foreign things, and Yaohan became a respected brand. Therefore, Yaohan is a purely Chinese entity, but its name remains. As for Pudong Development Bank, it was established to support the development of Pudong in terms of finance and organization. It has grown and, like other banks in China, provides loans to developers, credit card services, insurance sales, and other financial products. Despite its name, Pudong Development Bank conducts business in a wide area and performs banking operations in cities far from Harbin, Sanya, and Shanghai. Therefore, Pudong Development Bank functions not only as a bank with special missions but also like typical Chinese banks. Currently, it seems to be facing several issues. One of them is the topic of bank employees not receiving annual bonuses. In China, bank employees' salaries are generally considered high, but the basic monthly salary is actually quite low. For example, at Pudong Development Bank, it is about 4,000 yuan per month, about $560. This may seem low compared to similar professionals in urban areas with the same level of education. Bank employees seek higher salaries to ensure a stable life. If the salary is too low, they may engage in illegal activities like embezzlement. This is why it is crucial to maintain the current standard of living. Therefore, banks often use a model where the monthly salary is low but the annual bonus is substantial. The bonus can be 10 to 20 times the monthly salary. However, this year, the bonus at Pudong Development Bank is considerably lower than expected, posing a significant issue. This means that those who plan to buy cars or houses using the bonus have to revise their plans. This situation raises questions about the future of Pudong Development Bank and the Chinese banking industry. In China, the banking sector is considered a stable job, but this event has increased people's concerns about the industry's future. Last year, the bank's performance decreased by 30% from the first to the third quarter, further fueling concerns about the bank's future. In summary, Pudong Development Bank faces several challenges, and this event has raised concerns about the Chinese banking industry. Despite past successes, banks need to address these issues and take action to secure future success. China's banking industry is becoming increasingly tough. In just the third quarter, profits decreased by 50%. Last year's expenses were halved. Japanese media have reported multiple times that China's economy is already deteriorating compared to last summer and autumn when it was more optimistic. This year's situation is tougher than last year's, and the fourth quarter numbers will likely worsen. As a result, bank employees' bonuses are no longer being paid. Furthermore, there are additional issues with the Pudong Development Bank of China. This bank has been fined a staggering $200 million in the past 3 years. The problem is not the amount of these fines. The very business of the bank is suspect. In other words, this business is fundamentally shady. Due to unclear usage of funds, money is leaking out from various places and cannot actually be collected. There are various rules for loans, but these rules are not being followed. Therefore, the problem lies not in the amount of the fines but in the bank's business practices and the quality of its lending. Therefore, in the future, this bank will lose its ability to generate sufficient income. Furthermore, the Pudong Development Bank of China is not a special bank among Chinese banks. It is currently doing the same things as other general banks. Therefore, it is not limited to Pudong and Shanghai. The Pudong Development Bank is the same as other general banks in China. Therefore, in this case, other banks besides the Pudong Development Bank may also be making inappropriate loans. I don't think this is happening only to the Pudong Development Bank. Other banks may be doing the same thing, but it has not yet come to light, or regulatory authorities are not conducting sufficient investigations due to political influence, and it has not yet come to light. There is a possibility that the entire banking industry in China is in such a situation. It is also said that the Chinese real estate industry is in turmoil and that this is affecting banks that lend to the real estate industry. However, the problem with banks is not just that. Banks withdraw money under the guise of economic development, and there are people who use that money. Ultimately, they get huge wealth without producing anything and without contributing to society. That's the essence of a bank. If there is one mistake, the organization becomes something convenient for people who want to live in luxury. Therefore, to prevent this, management responsibility is needed. People who oversee the management of banks are needed. A reliable judicial system is needed. Even if banks go bankrupt, it does not solve the problem. This is the true situation in China and the truth of the Chinese economy. That's all for this time. Let's meet again next time.